Well, good morning everyone. Another lovely change of scenery today. We're out in the Midlands and it is a beautiful but pretty chilly morning. I think it's about 3 degrees, something like that. But I've got no worries about that because I'm definitely going to warm up during this ride. So today we're up to 30-kilometre moderate ride. This will be the furthest that I've ridden in these training sessions and the furthest I've ridden in a very long time. And I'm a bit apprehensive about it, if I'm honest. I've not ridden these roads before and I've had 3 rest days in a row so far, which has been pleasant, but maybe I feel a bit out of touch. But it'll be a good challenge, and if I can do 30k, then I'm well on my way to being able to do the full 86k, I guess. So anyway, got a bit of a climb here, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. At least the sun's out. Need to make the most of these downhill sections. Because I know I'm going to struggle on the hills, especially after what happened last time on my weekly hill rep session, which really did not go well, and I definitely found my limits at this stage anyway, which I suppose is a good thing. I know where I am. So I'm using Komoot today. I mentioned Komoot before as being quite a good sort of navigational app for cycling. I haven't tried a huge number of apps, but out of the few that I've tried, I'm quite liking Komoot. And it's a free app, and the idea is that once you download it, you get one region for free, so one map area for free. So I got my local London area, and I've been using that, but because I've been travelling a bit recently and it won't cover London, it'll still give you the mapping for other areas, but it doesn't it won't do turn by turn navigation, and that's really what I wanted, because I have a terrible sense of direction. So they had a special offer on. It's normally £30 to unlock all the maps. That covers the entire world, but they had a special offer for £20, so I just went for that in the end. I quite like the app. It's useful, and if you're going new places, still wanted to do some cycling, a bit of exploring, then my opinion, I think it's worth it. The other nice thing is it tells you not just where to go and lets you plan your route, but it tells you how difficult the route's going to be, which is really useful, and it gives you an elevation profile as well, so you're not going to set off on something that's far too difficult for you. You can know in advance if that's going to suit you, which I think is fantastic. And I'm definitely trying to stick to the easy routes at the moment. So I talked before about pacing, and I guess that's one of the things that makes me a bit nervous doing a distance now that I haven't done before. I don't really know how hard I can go, or how I'm going to be when I get to the end of it, or even not having done this before, you know, really how tough it's going to be. I mean, I can look at the elevation profile and see there's a fair few ups and downs, but you know, looking at a chart on an iPhone screen compared to actually doing it in real life. Until you've got quite a bit of experience, there's no real way to understand what that's really going to be like. So this is the only way to get the experience. So I had a good chat with my sister-in-law last night, and she's a runner. She did London marathons last year, and yes, there's a lot of similarities, but she said a few things. One, she said it had been really useful for core strength, and that's something I've mentioned before, and definitely something that I need to start doing. I think perhaps on my rest days I'll fit in some yoga sessions. And the other thing was talking about energy gels. You see a lot about it on YouTube, and hearing from different people who do different activities using energy gels, and their experiences seem quite mixed. It seems like quite a few people don't get on very well with them, give them stomachache, stomach cramps. Doesn't sound very pleasant. Oh, I think I've gone the wrong way, not paying attention. Yeah, don't like the sound of stomach cramps, so I'm going to avoid, well, not going to avoid, but I'm going to be careful about that. Certainly don't want to be getting that on the day. Do I need to go right? Oh, I need to go left up here, okay. Yeah, energy gels. So yeah, I don't want to be trying those out on the day and feeling unwell. So I took the plunge, and I bought a whole box of these things that I could try out. Obviously, if they're any good, I'll be using them. If I don't get on well with them, at least I'll know in advance, rather than finding out on the day, which could be a rather costly mistake. So yeah, I'll give them a try, and I'll report back to you guys what I think. I'll probably put a review on the channel. The ones I've got are the SIS Sporting Science energy gels. There are other brands available, but these are the ones I've chosen. They match the hydration tablets that I've got, which I found okay, but again, it's something you've got to try for yourself. So yeah, I'll put a review up of those as soon as I get a chance to try them out. So they're mowing the lawns, the grass, and I get hay fever. I'll be fine now, I'm sure, but come June, I better remember that I could, if I'm going through the countryside, could start getting itchy, runny eyes. Probably the last thing I need. So another one for the list of things to take with me. Take some hay fever tablets, maybe take one in advance, and carry one with me just in case. I think at this rate I'm going to have so many things on the bike, I'm going to barely be able to move it along. So okay so far. been a few hills, some of them longish but nice and shallow, nothing very steep, so it's all been fine. Downhill sections have been fun. Right hand is going numb, but okay so far. Another thing to add to the list of things that I need to take on the day, and I'll probably make a separate video about this, you know, what things to take with you for London to Brighton, or any long ride really. But one of those things is chamois cream. Basically cream that you rub into rub into the chamois on your cycling shorts, the padded bit, and just stops chafing basically. I haven't really had too much of a problem with that so far, but there was one time when I was a little sore, so whilst I'm not going to take it with me, I'm definitely going to put some on before I set off. Right, I'm about halfway now. I think if it stays like this, I think I'm going to be alright. I might even try and find a nice place to stop and have an energy bar. I brought some homemade energy bars with me. If you're interested in finding out more about them, I've got a how-to video on my channel showing you how to make them. I'm going to stop here and have something to eat. I'm hungry. So I've got some of these nice homemade energy bars, which are just sort of mixed fruits and seeds and nuts. I mean, they're quite hard when the weather is cold. Oh, difficult to chew. This is one of the things my sister-in-law was saying, that when she was doing a marathon, it's hard to chew stuff as you're running, and I get that. I think if you're on a bike, it's a bit easier. You can just freewheel for a bit. But if you're running, it doesn't really work that way. Much up there, it looked like he's probably in his 70s or 80s. It's really fantastic. Hope I can still do that when I'm his age. Time to get back on the road. What a lovely little village. That's beautiful here. It's one thing cycling's really great for. You really discover a lot of beautiful little places you wouldn't otherwise see. Nice downhill bit, but it's kind of inevitable what's coming afterwards. This is why the hill training's so important. Otherwise, it's going to get stopped in your tracks, really. If you haven't had enough practice. Oh, great. This is quite a steep one. Sounds like gunfire. Yeah, it's definitely gunfire. Don't get that on Swift. Windy. Always a headwind. Always. I should contact the Met Office and tell them which route am I planning today, and then they can say from that which direction the wind's going to blow. Yes, I think I'm almost back now. It wasn't as bad as I thought. I'm pretty tired, but thought it might be more brutal than that. Worst parts were just always going to a headwind. I don't know, that's just my imagination. I don't know what that's about, but I seem to always be doing it. Obviously when you've done quite a distance already and then you're doing a climb, that can be a bit harsh, but luckily pretty much all of the climbs today were quite short, or not short but shallow. And then yeah, I am starting to feel a bit uncomfortable on the saddle. This is the longest training ride I've done so far. Oh. And maybe the windiest. And yeah, starting to feel a bit uncomfortable. Don't know how you go about fixing that. I could get a different saddle, but the only way to know if it worked or not would be to take it out on a 30k ride, and that's uncomfortable too. What do? Just take it back to the shop? I don't really know how you're supposed to find a saddle that's comfortable for you. So yeah, wow, almost 30k. I think it's only about 27 point something. I'll stick the stats up on the screen now so you can have a look, see what the final numbers were. But yeah, I can do that. That's achievable. I kind of feel like the route today was quite a sort of representative route of maybe what quite a lot of the London to Brighton is going to be like. Country roads, a mix of uphills and downhills, and apart from ditching beacon, nothing too bad hopefully. And then I guess at the beginning there's a fair chunk of city riding, but I've done my fair share of that, so it should be okay. Right, I think I'm going to end the video there. Thanks for coming with me again. Longest ride so far. Feel like I've achieved something. Great timing. Yeah, feel like I achieved something. That's good news. Got 15k hard tomorrow. So I must admit I'm a little bit dreading that. Not sure what route I'm going to do, but I'll do my best. I might try out some energy gels and see how it goes. So thanks very much for coming today, and catch up with you soon. Thanks, bye.